How's it going? How we doing? What's new? What's up? What's happening? Moving some little things around, some docks and things. Getting set up for the stream. Let's see. What else do I need to turn on or move? We have 3 streams going. 3 streams. We have 2 normal streams and 1 vertical stream in the shorts feed. So, welcome wherever you're tuning in from. We are going to be playing some Final Fantasy XVI today. We're continuing making our progress. Things are going pretty well, honestly. I've been better about not filling so much of the streams with side quest stuff. I've actually been considering doing off-stream recordings of side quests and things, so that way I can keep the main story in the streams and then upload side quests separately. But then, I don't know. It's a hard disconnect with some of the stuff we are doing. So, just going to very quickly make the social posting here, and then we are going to go right in. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully and having a great week so far. This has been a pretty quiet week for me because my school that I work at has a 5-day weekend for President's Day, so it's been really nice being able to chill at home yesterday and today, and then also tomorrow get to do the Last Epoch launch right when it goes live. So I'm looking forward to that. I've actually been recording Last Epoch gameplay today for the lore playthrough, right? Not so much a deep dive, but so more of a playing through the entirety, reading everything that we come across, listening to dialogues, getting a feel for the entirety of the story and plot the way it's supposed to go. And so that's just been nice. Do I have to think of anything else right now? Yeah, just finish this up. But like I was saying, hoping that people are having a good week and just enjoying their either 3-day weekend that they had, if they had one, or longer if you got lucky like I did. I haven't posted on the TikTok the last couple days. Not because I don't have content, I've just been lazy. So sorry about that. But I have a whole folder of TikToks ready to go, and more to update and edit. I might do some of that later today, depending on how I feel after the stream and whether or not I continue recording the Last Epoch session. But with all that said, let's get started, shall we? Post that. Gonna work on a thumbnail for the vertical stream Something like just the stacked emotes type deal. So let's boop over to the console gameplay. So this is our first time really checking this stuff. But this right here is our wall of memories. This is where things that we get throughout the game, like trophies and memorabilia, get stored. So the oath that we made with Sid, Ambrosia's harness and saddle, all of that gets thrown in on that wall. The reading table here is a quick way to pick up a lot of side quests. A bird by any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find that she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Flame none brighter, my Lord Marquis, or Marquez. I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at the Lazarus, but certainly you can understand that you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In the short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the selfsame man I followed into Stillwood those many years ago, a true bearer of your father's legacy. If only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all the others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians. I'm proud to stand alongside you once again. And Gav's letting us know that the Dalmecs and the Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like slum curs, but neither wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they're stepped in. If I were a man to lay a wager, I'd put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you apprised. Cool. So that's all our updates. Let's, this doesn't let me go down, does it? Let's check the blacksmith for any weapon upgrades that we can potentially do, because it's always a good idea. We've got side quest over here. I think I know what side quest that is. Clove. Use the forge. Platinum sword +1. I'm always hesitant to do the +1s because, like,
no scratches, right?
Is there much of a point, you know? But here, let's just.
If I do say so myself, should last you a good while. No scratches,
Let's just do all these old ones too.
not bad.
I don't know if there's a trophy involved with all of them. But yeah, we don't have the stuff for our next upgrade from the Levin bolt.
That it?
Okay. Let's go ahead and see what's going on down yonder. Oh, has he? We'll get you some more. Don't worry. Hello, Nigel.
Sid, I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
Yeah.
We did?
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see, The hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we
Shouldn't
could
have
find
any
this
ads,
flower,
though.
learn to grow it here,
That's dumb.
we might
Because
save
when I
many lives. However, as you are well aware, Imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the duchy on other business...
Weird. Tell me more of these Morgan beards. Whoops. No.
Sid,
We did.
nonetheless, apparently...
I can't.
And if we... No.
Okay.
Tell me of these Morgan beards then.
But of course, if my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures. Nothing you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
Problem with the game is I have it like set lower, but yeah, all of my volumes are at 100% here. It's the PlayStation sound output that's quiet. Let me swap to the chatting screen for a second and see if we can get the sound to be better. I turned off the limiter, so that's going to increase it when there's action. But the problem is this game goes from being super quiet to extremely loud. Let's see. Setting. Sound. Output. It's so hard to tell. And there's no way to turn up the sound on the sound card, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's go back to the console scene. Yeah. Why don't we... Huh? No, that's not going to work. I just want to make it a little bit louder. Gain filter. check. I would like it to be limited to there. Should be louder now. Okay.
Let's see about planting.
Ugh. And now I've messed this part up. You don't have it set to freaking AV amplifier.
You alright?
There we go.
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
That's pretty cool.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway.
Okay.
Couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
You got it, man.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some.
Okay.
Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory.
Let's do it.
You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
The fruits of her labors. So yeah, the game should be much louder now. Should be able to hear it, and I should still be louder than it. Worst case scenario, I'll add some ducking. The problem isn't now though. The problem is once we get into like a fight. Yeah, and then it starts blaring. Then I have to figure it out from there.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver.
That's
From
it.
spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
Let's see it then.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first ton of worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Sure.
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient.
Okay.
A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Okay. Let's see if we can potentially get to some action at some point. Before, you know,
One day, I want to sail all
the
the way
hour
to
mark.
the shore.
You have to remove your mark first, or the child
I'm
catchers will
stuck
get
on children.
you.
They really couldn't move. Hey, girl.
Oh, poor fella. Whatever am I to do now, Club?
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen. Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained, even here at the hideaway. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now, would you?
Ooh, guilt trippy.
Of course not. What can I do to help?
Oh, aren't you a dear?
I mean, you could
You
have
see,
just
I've paid
said
for 2 bolts of cloth from the
we don't
drapers in
want them
Northreach,
to be
blue and
naked.
red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And
We can go do that.
you'd have this someone be me.
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. 1 bolt of blue and 1 of red. I expect them both. They said they'd give us new clothes.
Here's an apple, August.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself, and if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So
Many
what'd you say?
side quests. If you think it'll help.
Fine. If you think it will help.
knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right, now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the ford. Wait a bit, then head over when you...
Sure thing. So many side quests. This is kind of the problem with trying to do these Let's Plays live. Is you run into just so much stuff. Are you the person I'm giving a freaking apple to?
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Of course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
There you go. She did run back in. As, you know, everything was being crushed around her.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Here you are, sir. An apple for you.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they?
They sure are.
I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Got it.
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks. So you can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the
Okay.
others get their share. Oh,
Thank you.
and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, just checking something real fast to make sure that I don't have any weird overlap. Okay, cool. Finally, let's see what's next in the story. After doing all the side quest stuff.
I've done what I can, but the rest is up to you. You need to start taking better care of yourself.
Understood. And thank you.
The curse has spread. Make sure she rests.
I will do my best.
If it hurts, you can tell me, you know. I'll understand.
I can bear it.
But you shouldn't have to. Not anymore.
This isn't just your struggle, Clive. It's ours. And when we see how hard you fight, it inspires us to do the same. Or would you rather we left you to save the world all on your own?
No, I could use the help.
No. That's not... Ignore me.
Come on. Come on.
Clive, where are you?
Oh,
In here.
Gav.
What's wrong?
Rosaria's under attack.
Uh-oh.
What?
This isn't the Dalmekian army we're talking about. It's the men of the Rock from Drake's Fang. Hugo Kupka's private guard. There is in hell in Rosalith, trying to batter down the castle gates.
Looking for me.
Seems that way. Reckon old Hugo has finally worked out who Sid really is.
Then
Reckon he
this
has?
is just another trap.
Ah, it's a trap, all right. The daddy of all fucking traps.
Thanks, Gav.
I'm going to Rosalith.
Yes, we are.
Not
We're gonna
serious.
go
That's
take him out.
exactly what he wants you to do, Clive.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know why Kupka harbors such a grudge against Sid. But as long as it's
Because
left
we
to
killed
fester,
this girl.
our world will never know peace. He has dragged the rest of Storm into this pointless war just to find me. Besides which, I am not about to stand and watch while my home gets ground into the dirt. Hugo Kupka must die.
Let's go do it.
I've lost enough friends to that man already. I don't want to lose any more.
You won't.
So let's go and kill the bastard.
I'm coming too. After all, we're in this together.
We are.
All right.
Let's stop nodding at each other and go.
I should probably speak to Otto before leaving.
Probably.
We need to know
Let's
what we're
speak to
getting
him.
ourselves into.
And then let's run in because we've had plenty of time now of nothing.
They said they'd give us new clothes.
We must be ready to leave for Rosalith at a moment's notice.
Gov gave you the news then.
We're leaving for Rosalith. But not before I know exactly what's going on. What have we heard?
All sorts. Nobody was expecting the Dalmex to open up a new front against the Empire, least of all our friends in the provinces. Reports have been rolling in from all over the place, with no two saying the same thing.
Okay.
I've been passing them on to Vivian, in the hope she can make sense of them.
Ooh, Vivian.
If you're set on going, you'll want to talk to her.
Understood.
Our Warmeister. Alright, Vivian. Give us the happy haps.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite pupil. Let's see now. Where did we leave? Well, this is a surprise. My lectures are rarely so well attended.
You know what they say? A little knowledge, can't hurt?
We're going to Rosalith to deal with Kupka. What's the situation there?
Whoa there, Lord Rossfield. I'm sure you're champing at the bit to return to your roost. But to fully understand the present situation, one must first understand how it came to be.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let us begin with the story of Hugo Kupka, or the permanent economic advisor to the Dalmekian government, to give him his formal title. In a republic founded on commerce, there could hardly be a more influential position. It has granted him both extraordinary wealth and extraordinary power.
Okay.
Not that he ever wanted for the latter. Being Titan's dominant, he is also Dalmekia's last line of defense, a fact he has used to his considerable advantage.
True.
Why, he was even able to pry Drake's Fang, one of the pillars of the Republic, from Parliament's grip. And he was quick to buy the loyalty of the Fang's protectors. Today they are his faithful creatures, a private army in all but name. The self-same army that marches upon Rosarian soil as we speak. By which I mean Imperial soil, not that you need reminding of the fact. Suffice it to say, the Empire's attentions are elsewhere at present, deadlocked as it is with Dalmekia over its occupation of the Crystalline Dominion, where its legions are now gathered. Scarcely a handful of garrisons remain to secure its western provinces, and half of them left after the fall of Drake's Breath. With the threat of the Ironblood thus diminished, they had little cause to fear a maritime invasion. And so today, only a token force guards the former duchy's shores, as Kupka was quick to descry. He landed his troops on the Rosarian coast without encountering so much as a single ship. All for you, Clive. He wants your head. And so he and his men advance upon Rosalith, not to capture the province, but to draw you out.
Here I come.
You said Kupka's forces sailed up the coast. What of Port Isolde then? Is the city safe?
Quite, according to the Guardians of the Flame. The Dalmekian fleet floated by without incident, but not without remark. When they learned Kupka's forces were making for Rosalith, our friends were quick to begin arranging the exodus of her citizens, and so the stage will soon be set for your heroic homecoming. Alas, it will be a more trying task to enter the capital than it was to leave it. Hugo's men hold Buett Bridge, despite the Imperials' repeated attempts to wrest it back from their grasp. And they were careful not to repeat the Empire's mistake in neglecting their coastal defenses.
Right.
The seas around Rosalith are firmly under Dalmekian control.
Still
So
won't be too hard.
pupil mine, what do you believe to be the best route to Rosalith?
The north. We cross the northern border near Phoenix Gate, then take the road through Stillwind down to the capital. Hardly the quickest route, but at least we won't be spotted.
A little local knowledge goes a long way. And so must you.
We'd best get a move.
Oh, will you be going too?
Aye. I've been waiting a long time to give that fucker a taste of his own medicine. I would have missed this for the world.
All right. We should be on our way.
Lead on.
I'm surprised that Gav doesn't have, like, a fake eye, you know? Let's go. Let's push on with the story. Get into it. Ruslith, Imperial Province of Rosaria. I know this is like a campaign to pull Clive out of
Fortify the castle
hiding,
gates at once.
but like the fact that they're just blowing up the area that they've taken is just ridiculous.
Hugo and his men have been busy. They've already breached the castle's outer wall. The Imperials are holding the ground for now, but it's only a matter of time before the keep falls.
Oh, there's still Imperials here.
Those fuckers really went to town on this place. Almost like they want to wipe it off the map.
Just a means to an end.
That's what I was going to say. This whole thing is a misunderstanding because of the fact that Odin, who is being manipulated by Ultima, had his
All
lieutenant
this for one man.
send the remains
didn't
of
have to go
Benedicta
so far.
to Hugo to convince him that Cid killed her.
Keep your wits about you. I reckon you can make it up to the castle without raising the alarm.
That was a lot of hoops to jump through just now in describing what happened. But
I'll sniff out
that's
any
basically it.
townsfolk who haven't escaped yet and send them on their way.
Be careful.
Likewise. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Never, Gav. What? Come on. How are you gonna be like that?
I thought I was ready for this, but
I know. It's like a nightmare. This was our home. Come on, Clive. We have to keep going.
That we do. Borgle. Hey, buddy. Surprised nobody else heard that whistle. Come on now.
this isn't
All
an
right,
invasion.
we're finally in it.
It's a massacre.
He'll stop at nothing, Clive. Nothing.
Boom.
Why do this?
Dead. He's
Clive,
convinced that he killed
get
his
through
lady.
here.
Protect. Some opponents will cast protect spells, raise defensive barrier around their allies, shields them from melee attacks. When engaging protected targets, avoid using your sword. Instead, employ magic to quickly and efficiently dispel the barrier.
There's only one fitting punishment.
I haven't spent it because we're gonna get it many times over while making our way through the town. Nice. I'm glad that that wasn't wasted, even though it got aimed into the corner. But it's a nice big AoE type skill. Found some warite. Drop down. Any chests or anything? Doesn't seem like it.
I yield! I yield!
The enemy of my enemy, right? Guys are barbarians.
Look what we have here.
Gentlemen!
Let's go for it.
You won't escape!
Everybody getting close. There you go.
Over here!
Nice, easy, one skill battle. It's boring, but it's effective. Not much visual spectacle, but you can always save the visual spectacle for the big boys, because we're going to be having a couple of those encounters, I think.
Cut them down! With me, then! For the Emperor! Out of our way!
There's this guy. Big old combo there. There he is. Master guy, so he doesn't protect him from the sides.
Get him!
Come on, get him. Steel Silk? Was that from the caster? What a random thing to be carrying. And we got 4 more, so yeah. Looks like the casters were carrying Steel Silk on them. Doesn't seem like we have any chests up the stairs. Nothing down that way. This is the way forward. Little item right here on the right.
Come on, take him!
It's like ninja dudes.
Over here!
Nice big combo. Ooh, ow. Yeah, so these ninja dudes are like my least favorite enemy. Primarily because they're just kind of... They get to a point where some of their attacks are just so unfair as far as the timing and trying to dodge them. Come on. Easy. I can say I am quite looking forward to getting past where we ended up and the last time that we tried doing this game on stream. We're still a bit away, but I'm excited to see how this game, you know, concludes. And I'm also excited to replace this game in the stream schedule with Final Fantasy XIV, so that I have more of a consistent reason to jump back into that game, because it's just so good, and I want to re-establish just my love for that game.
Or die! This
This guy. Is that all of them? That is all of them. Perfect. No chest up there. That is the way forward, though. Anything back here hiding? Nope.
We're nearly at the castle. It ends there.
Castle. And we will be taking our correctly scheduled breaks at the correctly scheduled times every hour for the stream. Primarily because we want to make sure that we're building our custom habits and not just putting down 3 hours at a time. Big electric.
This one.
Nice. Get this guy out.
Over here. And another.
Come on. Aw, what a waste. Okay. Nice. Got a level up. Hey, we're home. Oh, come on.
They have a curl.
I love the design for this enemy.
Attack!
I know it's a classic
What do you
Final
think?
Fantasy creature, but like some of the designs in this game are just so good. Knock it around for a little bit. Perfect. Just take advantage of this to get a little bit of healing in.
It's building up to something.
We need to stop it. Whatever it takes.
This one. Nice ball.
It's down.
There we go.
Then let's make this count.
Yes, let's. Got the dodge on that one. Don't think I should have.
Get him. This one.
Not really like crazy damage combos.
Let's try.
last precision dodge wasn't even on the attack, it was on the lightning bolt that came down behind me. Really? You pulled me all the way over here and that would've been so good. Did I not restock on before I left on Get all this healing back.
Let's try.
I did it again. But I did the same exact thing on the last one before. I didn't move out of the way of that last attack.
This one.
Not really. Like, we're missing a lot of health from that last little bit that we shouldn't even be having to deal with, but not a bad fight. I'll take my experience. We got a whisker. That would definitely be weapon upgrade.
Jill! We meet at last, Sid.
Hello, Hugo.
Or should I say Lord Rosfield? I've been looking for you for a very long time.
Let her go, Kuka.
I'm so glad you accepted my invitation. I went to some trouble with the decorations. Do you like what I've done with the place?
No.
Bastard!
Not really.
Such a pity your predecessor couldn't join us. But I am sure you will prove compelling company.
Possibly.
Be still, little snowflake. I would not have you melt before your starring moment.
Magicite shekels.
Now, on to the festivities.
Assuming that the shackles, what's it called? Hamper their aether usage or aether absorption.
That's just great, that is. I suppose it's up to me then.
Well, up to you and the dog. Alright, let's pause right here because I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'm going to go use the bathroom, fill up my water. You guys should do the same. Those of you that are on Twitch, it'll be a quick ad playing. So if you don't want to see an ad, just, again, walk away for a couple minutes and I will see you very shortly. I really dislike using the let's see. Let's limit the game to -20 decibels and see if that works insofar as keeping me louder than the game, since that's the big thing.
Headsman!
Where do you want me?
You! Bring the prisoner!
That's no more than she deserves for getting into bed with an outlaw.
We should get into mine.
Lord Kupka commands your presence. You're to bear witness to the girl's execution.
Such a waste.
Way to go, Gav.
Gav! Shh.
Crystal fetters are a bastard to open, just so you know. Don't worry, I'll have them off before you can blink.
Where's Jill?
In the courtyard.
Shit. We have to hurry.
The Imperials have sounded the retreat and cleared out of the castle, but the place is still swarming with Kupka's men.
Leave them to me.
I'll make my way up top and circle round the back. Quick as you like, eh? Nearly forgot.
Hold on, Jill. I'm coming.
Yep. So like I said, we're going to try to figure out this volume.
I have to get to the courtyard.
I think I found it. At least in a place where it makes sense. Didn't he go the other way? Right. This is my restock of healing items.
Don't you let her die.
Is there anything else out here? Doesn't look like it.
I hope you've got a plan, Clive, because we are fucked if you don't.
There's Torgal. Get him.
It's a bloody wolf!
Oh, he mad. He big mad. Hey, Kupka.
Jill, can you stand?
Come, Lord Rosfield. Don't tell me you tire of my entertainment. Enough!
I think...
Yes. Perhaps it is time we served the main repast. I trust you are hungry!
Need this?
Much obliged.
Stay close. We're getting out of here. And Torgal, thank you.
I want to say that the what's it called? The facial animations for Kupka are just that little bit off for me, where my brain doesn't feel like they quite nailed him and like his speech and the like inflections and stuff behind everything that he says. Benedicta had it a little bit where like some of the stuff and the way she said it didn't make sense. But it wasn't nearly as much as I feel it is with Koopas. Go ahead and do that again. That's a good stagger right there. Alright. Now. Pull him down. Ooh, he got some parry on him too. Good job, Torgal.
Still breathing, are you? Excellent.
Ugh.
Then Lord Kupka's
These fools.
reward shall be ours.
I thought bad news always came in threes.
Let him come.
Perfect, actually. Perfect. Come on. No. Stupid poison mist. I'm not dying to these stupid friggin' enemies. But they are, as I was saying earlier, when the first one showed up, my absolute least favorite enemy in this game. Oh man. Not even, yeah. That was just bad. That was bad, and it was all my fault for not. There we go. Honestly, I'm gonna use this now. We'll get the healing now because our next fight, I'm pretty sure, is Kupka. So, better off getting our health up now before we go into that battle than trying to use the healing at the beginning of that battle. You know. So.
It's over.
I think I've got the
For
volume
now.
where I want it.
But I bet that wasn't the last of them. And they won't stop hunting us until Kupka's dead. So you get in there and finish the job, eh?
Yep.
Go on. If they come again, we'll hold them back.
All right. But be careful.
I'm on it. Is there a chest or anything in this courtyard? Any items to pick up? Doesn't look like it. Alright, cool. Let's go inside. Boom.
I promise you, Sid. He'll die by my hand.
Yep. Promise. Chest or anything up here? There's an item over there. Perfect. At least we're decent healing supplies wise.
Kupka. You're late. Trouble on the way.
Just enjoying your entertainment.
How gratifying. Have you come to defend your father's throne, Lord Rosfield? The Grand Duchy of Rosaria. A realm without a ruler, an army, even a people. A veritable kingdom of dust.
Eh.
Truly, I see no throne to defend.
That's just like your opinion, man.
Enough of your games, Kupka. Just tell me what you want.
Sid's head in a box. Imagine my disappointment when I learned that he met his end at the hand of another. And my relief to learn that you had taken up his thrice damned name.
Mm-hmm.
Your master slew Benedicta Harmon and defiled her body. If you choose to bear that murderer's name, then you shall answer for his crimes.
Actually, I slew her.
The only crimes I shall answer for are my own. Sid did everything in his power to save that woman, though she was long past saving. And so I did what he couldn't. It was me all along, Hugo.
That's right. Mic drop. Boy.
You killed her.
Sure did.
I did.
Then I am fortunate indeed. I had thought the most I could wish for was to take the life of one he loved, just as he did to me. But it seems I was wrong.
A little bit, yeah.
And I shall have my revenge.
Looks like you just might.
We shared a dream. I would be the king of the world. She would be my queen. And together, we would rule like the gods we are. But you crushed that dream, ground it into dust. Hear me, Rosefield! You will pay for what you've done. I'll tear you apart with my hands!
And what of you? How many people have you killed? How many dreams have you crushed? You're not the only one who's seen their world fall apart around them.
That's right.
You'll get no pity from me, Kuka. No pity. And no mercy. Now die!
One thing that I find to be monumentally frustrating is the fact that all of the enemies get to like semi-prime, right? Forever. And like we only get semi-prime for our limit break. And that to me is just annoying.
Nice try.
There we go. Here, use your own girl's powers against you, because you're such a fool for loving her in the first place. While she was, you know, playing you for the fool you are. Good. What a waste of a stacker. Great, actually. Get him.
hatred for you is unending. Unyielding. Let this palace be your grave!
What? Oh, shit.
He's not down there. And right there should have been the part where you drove your sword into his chest and just ended him. That would have been a real way to end that fight. Come on.
The world has chosen. I am in my element.
And it won't change a whole lot. Sorry to say.
The earth will always be my domain.
Yeah. Sorry, Hugo. I know how to dodge that attack, and the fact that I didn't dodge any of it is just kind of dumb. Because I'm very well versed in dodging that attack from my last attempt against this guy. As it isn't a very difficult attack to ignore. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up with the stagger because there's no point in not gaining back some of the health that I've lost for free. Yeah, yeah. Whoa. Just counting. Are you gonna get over here? Oh, he's a big boy. Does it? Because, like, I'm all the way over here, bro. There we go. It looks like you're getting a little tired, people. What? The idea that you can't, like, sprint on command is probably one of the biggest travesties of this game. I'm all out of heals now. I'm all out of heals. We're not that far from the end of the fight, but like the fact that I'm not going to be able to recover at all is pretty big. Ooh. Let's get some healing done. Come on. I'm like spamming my limit break because it's the only way that I can heal. There we go. Okay. I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. Oh, maybe not. Best stagger I got so far in this fucking fight. A little bit stressful towards the end there, because I wasn't expecting to honestly make it with the fact that we had no heals left. Level 29. Got an earth shard. Let's see what happens. Boom. What happens now, Hugo? Oh, those look like your hands. Finish him, Clive. Come on. Finish him. I'll be taking that. Thanks.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
We're going a little nuts there, Hugo. Come on, they're just hands. You can make some new ones out of rock or something.
There. You mustn't get yourself worked up.
Wait!
Come on now.
Another time, Mythos.
Why do you call me by that? So dumb.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Well, load of scum. Who the fuck invited them? Not that that's the biggest surprise we've had today. Where did you learn to do that, Torgal? Not telling, eh?
Happy as a clam.
Suit yourself.
Gav, we have to find Clive.
Right, sorry.
You missed one.
We were worried.
So was I.
You missed one. What the hell, guys?
I was so close. If it hadn't been for my gift, I would have finished him.
I'm just glad you got out of there alive.
Likewise.
When did the Royalists arrive?
Right after you went inside. Just when we thought we were shot of Titans lot. In pile Odins. Not enough of them to worry us, though.
No. You didn't see the one who took Kukra away.
So, what? You think they came here to save him?
Think so.
Well, I'll be fucked if I know what's going on, but every minute we spend racking our brains, that bastard's getting further away. So what do we do?
Do we do indeed?
Back to the hideaway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too tired to think. As are you, by the looks of it. And after what Jill's been through. Let's worry about Kuka later, shall we?
Aye. All right.
I mean, it cut off his hands.
Give us a chance to
And
solve
took
the
some of
riddle
his
your
power.
magic mud too. Hey, how you feeling? Ready to go home?
Soon. Soon. We will make it right. Take back our kingdom. All will be well. Looks like we don't have a choice but to go to the hideaway. So let's go to see another 20 minutes of cutscenes.
Just look at the state of you. You're more of a wreck than this place. Is this what you call taking better care of yourself? No more excuses, your ladyship. I order you to rest. Fine. I'll rest.
Don't worry, Gav. She's in good hands.
But we should have never let her fall into Hugo's. Back when he had some like. The question is, where is he now?
And what the hell were those royalists doing there?
I was wondering about that all the way home.
Otto may have heard something. I'll talk to him.
And I'll talk to Tomes.
The lawsman. About what?
The dog.
Your faithful hound for a start. If any four-legged friend's ever done that before. I'm betting Tomes will have read about it. But what I want to know is, what happens afterwards? It's all well and good Torgal saving our arses, but if it costs him what it cost Jill...
Right. Let me know if you learn anything.
Will do. And you do the same, eh?
I'm surprised. So, like, Jill obviously had to what's it called?
Listen to Taya.
I will.
She had to like turn into Shiva many times. We've had to turn into Ifrit what, 3, 4 different times now, I want to say. I haven't been keeping count. Like, we're not having any of that, are we? Bolts from the blue. The power of Earth. Clive has claimed a portion of the Icon Titan's essence, so tuning with Titan not only changes the elemental aspect of my magic, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities, such as Wind Up, a singular strike that increases in potency when charged. Ability details are found on the Abilities tab. Titan's Feet can be used to fend off most incoming attacks. Using R1 immediately after a perfectly timed precision block will initiate a devastating counter. Very cool. Otto?
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
She's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Okay.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scrap. We've sent ours out to the Curse Breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Yep.
Right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is.
Hello.
All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid.
That's so.
You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Probably shouldn't.
Well, Clive, you heard the professor.
She has long hair.
I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Like, almost down to her knees. Come on now.
Breath
It's
of fresh
wild.
air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Boy, Otto, you got my gill.
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Must be plotting something.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well. If Sid could see you now. All right?
Oh, okay.
I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which
Right.
is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay him on for me.
Excuse me.
Apart from the wood. I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Out. Need out else. Strange word.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Head this
Yep.
time.
And we have a side quest with Blackthorn. And I have to turn in this side quest as well.
How's it coming along?
Nearly there. Just need to get these last points.
Let me turn this in since we've done it already.
Oh, what a lovely fragrance.
Maybe he is.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond.
They remembered her. After all these years, I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for.
From that little tree?
They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Okay. Then we got a new curiosity for our little shelf. Martel's apples. Alright. Let's go on and do the things that we need to do.
Blackthorn.
Hello, Blackthorn.
You busy?
What's it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship?
Probably.
I'll see what I can do. Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
Nope, I'm not done with Blackthorn yet.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now?
Yes.
I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be.
Okay.
Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There.
Okay.
You happy?
It's over a
Got
piece
what
of
you came
armor.
for. Now piss off.
All right, we're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Well,
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft.
that's how that works.
Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Yes, we do. I also need to see Blackthorn anyway, though, for a weapon upgrade.
What do you want?
Rhinestone.
Should last you a good while. That it?
Okay.
Fine.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Maid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now.
Yep.
She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid. 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you. That just leaves the carpenter. Karen,
Talk to you.
do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Pretty dangerous.
There's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe? Care Northern. That was it.
Okay.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Hopefully. Stock up before I forget.
Is it business or pleasure?
One more health, 10 more defense. Automatically charges magic spells and maintains the charge until cast. Okay. Some cool stuff. I want
You'll not find a better
4 of
price
these,
than that.
3 of these.
Come again. Or don't.
Okay.
I'm not bothered either way.
Oh, Carpenter's down there. I thought I just walked by him. Alright. Speak to Bardolph. What kind of name is that? Bardolph, I'm coming to speak to you.
Do with a good oil in this, could? Should be enough. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Maid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
True. We have a whole bunch to do there.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
Let's take care of other stuff while we're here.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
Hey, bud.
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
I like his voice actor.
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up. Hence the name.
Okay.
Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. When there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 Reeds would be your best bet. Memory served.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Alright. We have a thing to do over there. We have a thing to do over there. And then we have a thing to do over there. Let's go ahead and handle them in that order.
I said.
This might take take a while.
Need to go this way. It's gonna take a while if we fight them, which we don't really have anything to gain by fighting them except a paltry bit of experience points, so we'll go ahead and leave them alone. Never mind. We have found a bounty mark.
What the hell is this thing doing out in the front? Over here!
You're going down. Sorry, bud. There it is. Let's go ahead and use this up while we're here. Keep them locked on. Dodge. There we go. Oh. Here, bud. Alright. Pause real quick. Say goodnight to Zimbabwe. He asked me because she was freaking out about it. Downstairs. Okay. Healing. Nice and easy link. That's what I get for not keeping things locked on.
This one.
tried to pull too early. Nice. Okay. I know it's not what we came here to do, but had it taken care of and out of the way.
Ruins it came, and to ruin it returns.
Run.
The marshes near the abbey are certainly damp. Let's see if they're damp enough for mortal beards.
I'm looking for... What am I looking for?
Size of a goblin's eye. Not this goblin.
Oh.
He certainly wasn't wrong about them being attracted to the flowers, though.
The healing... This is the healing flower side quest. Easy as you like. Stagger down. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's pretty cool. Big swing. Alright, bro. I really need to get into the habit of when I'm staggering an enemy, I go in for the lunge before I start pressing a button. A little pull on you. Excuse me. 2, 3. These down. Gather Morgan beard.
Bright yellow. These are our Morgan beards, all right. Well, I've gone to this much trouble. Might as well gather as many as I can.
Oh, wait. Been real annoyed if I walked away without grabbing them.
There's something familiar about this scent. It reminds me of home.
I mean, we're close enough that, like, this is probably something that was picked. And he said it's medicinal. Joshua was sick when you were a child, so it would make sense, right? Am I reading into it too much? I don't think so. I think that's exactly the way it all went down. Now we're going to, actually, can probably... there's no time save by going to the other obelisk. So we'll just take the lift up. The time save would have been after I got the flowers to go to the obelisk in Martha's Rest, and then out from there. So, my bad.
It'll take ages to tidy all this stuff up.
Those of us who are still here have to look.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Well, can't exactly leave old Martha in the lurch after everything she's done.
Stay sharp. Don't know when those bastards will be back.
Nope, you know.
The standard's down. Dalmex must have taken the key.
Must have.
Ready, go?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing all of the story and side quests as much as I can on stream. But there's going to be, obviously, stuff that I'm going to do off stream to try to go for the platinum for this game.
Farewell.
All done? Okay. Five unwanted violets.
Before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
Alright, let's take this, and now let's go see where Bernard is. This way, right? Wrong? Kind of right? This way? Alright, cool. Come on now. We gotta be speedy. Gotta go as fast as we can. You would think a chocobo would run faster than this. That's all I'm saying. Like, it truly doesn't seem that much faster than 5 sprinting speed. I'm gonna be honest. Hey, Bernard. What's going on, pal?
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now?
Now we tell him about our secret organization in the middle of a lake.
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough.
Mm-hmm.
And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly.
Let's clean up the monsters for Bernard. Like he said, the least he can do. Let's round them all up. Come on. Everybody in a tight little circle now. Perfect. Four vampire thorns.
This one.
Yeah, how about that? Beautiful, beautiful. Is this it? Can't be it, right? Gotta be one more big baddie. What's it gonna be? One of those Avises? Yep, there it is. It looks like it's caught on the fence a little bit. Got the parry. Dang, couldn't get around it. Let me do a little bit of healing. Just a little bit. Ooh. I wish you could use the lightning rod ability to reposition it if you place it in a bad spot. That would be pretty cool. He says as it works out perfectly for him where it was. What a jump. Pick out the Avis. Got Dragon Talon.
That should do it.
Good.
You made short work of that lot.
Sure did.
Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
Not a problem.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet.
Okay.
Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left.
Makes sense.
Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
Okay. For me.
That should take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
That's it for stuff out here. Could have probably actually. Let's do the other side quests as well. Local map. This is the one for the cloth.
Look at this place.
Let's hope the draper has Hortense's cloth.
Yellow.
Might I interest you in some swansdown? Perhaps some seersucker or herringbone?
Just some linen.
2 bolts. Already paid for in full.
Apologies, my lord, but your items aren't here. They were due to arrive on a caravan from Bucklad, but there's been little traffic on the road these past few days. My mother thinks it might be bandits, but she always thinks it's bandits.
It usually is. So I assume the caravan will be coming from the south.
Yes, hopefully carrying all manner of spice and sundries. Wait, you aren't thinking of...
Going to find it. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh, well then, be safe.
Found it unconvinced. I'll just pop over real fast. This is also where I'm supposed to do that other one. So, suppose it'll be a twofer. Pretty sure the griffin is like back over here, right? Might be wrong about that. Hello, wagon.
That damn bird's a menace. Who's gonna buy my wares now? State your animals left them in.
But they hardly damaged us all.
Is there something wrong?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. And all thanks to this fool.
But it was you who stepped into my path.
Only after that feather-brain trampled me, I demand recompense. Be it in coin or the items you carry. Refuse, and I shall report you to the garrison and see you hanged.
These goods are expected in Northreach. I mean, they're not mine to give away.
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bucklad, would you?
I am, but did someone from the market send you? Please, you have to help me. I can pay whatever you ask.
So the fool has protection. And coin, too. Sorry, friend, but we'll be the ones taking it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Killer! It's time to collect.
I told you not to call me that. And we'd have already collected if you hadn't insisted we'd put on this little act.
Is that like a trunk hammer?
Your custom as it usually is. Let's get this over with.
I'll deal with the bird lover. You take the handsome one, killer.
Stop calling me that.
And piss him off. And then Killer's not going to be too happy to be working for you. Oof. You're going to take a lot of damage from this one, Killer. Sorry to say. Sorry to say, you're in a bad spot.
Nice try.
Yeah, he's like hitting us with a tree trunk carved into the shape of a large two-handed axe. Which to me is just wild. Whoop. Yeah, you're kind of down for the count, Killer. Sorry. Sorry. Also not, but a little bit.
all right. You made your point. Killing my ass.
Did he hurt you?
No.
Stupid.
No, thankfully. He seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have succeeded had the Great Lender not sent you.
Great Lender.
The shipment is safe, and my livelihood with it.
We can speak of that once you're safe in Northreach.
Of course, I'll accompany him there. It's not what I wanted to do. See if I can't find this griffin afterwards.
So, you and my mother were right. It is always bandits.
And were it not for the kindness of our free sword here, you'd be buying your order back from them at... Now, if you don't mind, I have a pressing appointment at the Vale before my return to Bockhead.
Appointment at the Vale. Beautiful. If you haven't been here, the Vale is a brothel,
I
so...
almost forgot. I suppose you'll be wanting your linen. You'll be happy to know both bolts arrived safely along with the rest of the delivery. I've also added a few extra lengths of our finest fabrics to the bundle, free of charge.
Thank you.
Are you sure?
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do for the man who saved our shipment.
Well, there you have it.
That's that done then. Now it's back to Hortense with her cloth.
Alright. Back to what we were doing here, though. We are looking for... If I remember correctly... Again, only if I remember correctly. I think it's over here. But I could be wrong. Almost positive, though, that it's over here and it's up in this area. Just know, I know wherever it is, there's like a castle wall next to it. You know what? I'm not even going to bother. I'll come back for the griffin later. Primarily because I just don't know where to really look for it. So let's hand in all of these quests.
Maeve knows how to... Did you find our mystery ingredient?
Yep. The tails of a certain species of scorpion are prized as a delicacy, the trace amounts of poison remaining in their flesh lending them a certain piquancy. The common marsh scorpion, however, not only lacks a stinger, but subsists on a diet of mudworms and bog moss, lending its flesh an altogether more troubling tang.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
That's a sound. Does not look appetizing.
Chance's stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss. Odin's teeth. What an assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency, there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavors, but never have I tasted anything so fine.
Thank you, Sid.
That's
You're
rough.
welcome. I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
It's rough. Rough. Okay, that's that taken care of. And then I need to go down to the bottom here to hand in this. And I'll go talk to Mid. Next thing I'll do is hand in the linens. Bam, 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 bam. Nigel?
It is rare that we see you so often in the backyard, Sid. What brings you to the garden?
Brought your Morgan beards.
I found your flowers.
Yes, wonderful. These are almost identical to the plates in my tome. Did you have any trouble locating them?
Finding them was the easy part, but it's odd. They remind me of my childhood somehow. I don't remember these flowers specifically, but we must have grown them in the castle garden. If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of medicines, it's possible that the court physicers grew them for the tinctures and treatments they made my brother.
If the ducal healers were convinced of their properties, that is all the more reason to begin growing our own supply here. Oh, allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something that might aid you on your travels. I need only a moment to extract the essence from the petals.
Yep. Make me a couple elixirs. Couple tonics. I'll gladly take them.
And here we are. A phial of pure Morganbeard extract. A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency. At least I hope it will.
Morganbeard extract, curiosity. Necessary for increasing consumable potency. Consumable potency enhanced. So now our potions and high potions heal for more. See, this is why you should do the side quests. There's always those random ones that give you big upgrades. All the tonics last longer as well. Nice. I'm definitely not going to complain. They're spending all my time playing Dark Souls and gathering Estus shards and sublime bone dust. Not one to shy away from the opportunity to upgrade my healing.
How's it coming along?
Nearly there.
New quest. New quest? New quest. Alright, Mid.
You were born in Rosalith, weren't you? Must be hard. Hearing what became.
But I want to help Miss Mididol with her experiment.
Mididol. There's her full name.
All right, Clive. You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Alright. Perfect. One more thing done. Breath of Fire all wind up.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
I'll check on Jill in a moment. I'm going to hand in these other things. Oh, right. I took down a mark. So that's a hand in for you.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not. I knew that already. That's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, I am the mightiest of all Mughals. No fiend of the forest or ghoul of the greensward can measure up to me. So I need you to slay them all.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment.
The speaker for the Koopas is too fast.
Are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can.
At least I can try. Thank you, Kupo. It's so good to have found someone who understands me. Also here, keep an eye on the billets on the board. If you need anything to know, I'm your Moogle. Griffin sightings. Ah. Okay. Dosbear. From Lost Wing to Caer Norvent. Okay. Okay. Let's go see what this guy wants.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of...
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but... this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of... I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this. What
I can see why you'd be freaking out.
And what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What?
I'll find them.
I'll go.
Thank you. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
That's true. We do have a legitimate hound with us at all times. Let's turn this in then, shall we?
Clive, sorry again for sending you all that way. But you did get my order, didn't you?
Don't worry. I have it. I believe this will more than satisfy your needs.
Bundle of cloth.
Let's see here. One bolt of red, one bolt of blue. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet or... Is this gold work? Krieger's ghost? If that devilit of a draper expects me to pay for these...
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. They were a gift. For services rendered. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put all three to good use. Speaking of which one's most to your liking?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with lush red velvet.
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know she's quite the little seamstress?
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the castle.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right. The two of you were raised together in Rosalith, weren't you?
Not quite together, but when my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane, would keep the peace.
Yeah.
She's an honest-to-goodness princess then, isn't she? I could tell, you know. Some people just have that air about them. Not many round here.
There's your background on Jill.
I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station, but she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's better used on the children.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh. Sometimes I think she never takes it off.
Or perhaps she'll make something for herself with your gift. Either way, I'm sure she won't turn it down.
We'll see, I suppose.
That we shall. And perfect.
Lady Hortense said she'd give us our dresses soon.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about? Haven't you?
Let's talk to Desiree real quick.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
This is a cool little feature.
Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friends' donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Let's
Come
see.
to claim your just desserts?
Completing side quests or defeating notorious marks will earn me renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to the cause. So we've got Talk of the Tea House. Your merry band of outlaws and its dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk amongst the ladies of the court. Gathered several items of worth that you might continue on your gallantry.
You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Whoops.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Sure have. Our order is one built upon pride, but it doesn't mean that we're too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. Such as the renown of Sid the Outlaw, that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. Particularly enamored sort left this on the nightstand. From a busy courtesan. Used to be I would step into a tavern only to find myself overwhelmed with requests to sing Dion the Bold or The Curl and the Serving Girl, but now all anyone wants to hear is Sid the Outlaw. You've made me a very rich man, my friend, the Merry Mummer. And then we have these ones to get.
Come again. I may have more for you.
That ability point one was actually really nice. I'm going to increase my limit break gauge by 1. I might actually just save up for the second one. Oh no. Don't know, I don't know. Also, we have Titans things. I almost want to use it instead of Garuda's. What we got here? Upheaval, Slam a Fist, dealing damage to all enemies. Hold button to increase range, can be used in midair. Wind up, punch forward, hold down to wind up further, increasing potency. I'll learn that. Let's try Titan over Garuda. And instead of this, we're going to do the Raging Fists. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Check on
Clive.
Jill.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best.
Thank you, Talia.
Gav was looking for you. He said he had
Gav's
something to
looking
show
for
you in
me.
the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Let's go talk to Gav then. After all these discussions, we'll probably be done with our stream today, so let's see what he has to say. Learn a little bit about our furry friend.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command.
Okay.
His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir, people called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened. Just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Some time later. Thanks, game. A few hours later.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Yes.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
I wish Miss...
Let's go find out.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take a tour of her dungeon.
Let's see what Vivian has to tell us about everything that's going on.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Better.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Who could it be then?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy!
Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favorite uncle is here!
Uncle Byron, best character in the game, hands down. There's no argument, no counterpoint. Just, it is what it is.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Jeez. Bunch of greedy old men.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
I don't think he did much.
The crystals go with you, Your Highness. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
That's maniacal, man.
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmecs to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns,
So disgusting.
another can be built. The Empire will live on.
Dude's straight up becoming evil.
Dion?
Yes, sire.
What is that flower? What is the importance of the flower?
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
Still. Gross. She's also gross. I still want to understand the importance of the flowers.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
Ugh.
So Annabella's tales were true.
No, not even a little.
You disappoint me, Dion.
Annabella's stories were paid for and brainwashed into people. Ugh. Well written in that way that like makes you hate them, but ugh. All right, we'll continue Uncle Byron's thing next time. For now, we're gonna call this one. Tomorrow we'll be streaming Last Epoch. I know it's not a scheduled stream, but the official release is tomorrow at noon my time. So we'll be playing the game. I'm going to be reading up and doing a little bit of research tonight so that I know I'm ready and everything's good to go. There is a full recorded lore playthrough coming. I'm about 3 hours through it, which seems like a lot, and I'm not that far. I think my character's only level like 21. But I want to say I'm making pretty decent progress. You know, I'm listening to every dialogue, we're reading every piece of lore along the way, doing all that. So, all that said, guys, have a good night. Take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow. Peace.